I'm Matt Clapper.
Hi, I'm Philip Dickey.
Hi, my name is Brooke Gorman.
Hi, I'm Nafisa Weeks.
I'm a senior in the Honors College. This is my last semester, and I am majoring in comm.
I'm a second year here at George Mason, and I'm currently studying computer science.
I am a sophomore here at Mason, and I'm a foreign language major.
So I am my second year, and I am a government and international politics major.
What was your favorite topic to learn about in this class?
So my favorite topic in this class thus far has been the ability for language to heal and provide unity amongst people with differing backgrounds and viewpoints in life. We briefly talked about the way in which language can be used to bring people together and promote a sense of community and belonging, even when they may not entirely be the same.
I think a topic I really enjoyed learning about in this course was post-structuralism and Michel Foucault at large. I had always kind of been interested in it, but it's something that was honestly really abstract and hard to grasp on my own. And this class really expanded my viewpoint of the world at large and kind of changed how I see the power structures of society.
My favorite topic in this class that I learned about was how there's power in language and how language is rooted within our systems. It sounds kind of intuitive, but language has the ability to be inclusive and exclusive when used in society.
I think my favorite topic that we've talked about in class right now is kind of the adaptation of inclusive and diverse language, just because I think it's such a relevant topic, especially because it's something Mason is really trying to incorporate on our campus. So it's just always cool to learn about things that are really relevant, especially relevant to Mason.
So what is something unexpected you learned through this class?
Something unexpected that I learned about in this class is viewpoint diversity. People have different opinions and different views, but it is okay to have that, and sometimes having humility is better than just shutting people down.
Something that surprised me in this course was learning about standard language discrimination. Standard language discrimination is basically when a standard language is applied across a whole entire nation state or even an international community, and then people are expected to uphold that standard. Language, as we learned in the class, doesn't develop like that. It develops much more on a local scale, and because of nation states, we've sort of pushed this idea of having a global language across the world, and it can really impact people anywhere, but particularly in the United States with things like housing, employment, and just equal opportunity in general.
So personally in this class, I didn't really learn too much that I wasn't expecting. From the onset, the title of the class, the power of language, I kind of assumed we would talk about the ways language is used by individuals and societies in order to gain power, create power, and influence the world at large, and that's pretty much what was covered in this class.
Have you noticed any overlap between this class and others you're taking?
There's definitely a lot of overlap with the other honors college classes I've taken. Also, I think I've taken a couple media criticism classes. I've learned some of the topic that we've talked about in this class. I took Honors 260 with Megan Patrick, which is a great class, and I'm taking 130 this semester with Matthew West, social media and identity, I think, and that's also a great class, very similar to this one.
Some overlaps with this class and others is my Honors 131 class entitled First Gen College Students, where we talk about how first gen college students are impacted by systems through immigration and how we have setbacks in a sense, and that kind of leads to how it works in my life. I am considered by definition a first gen college student because my mother hasn't graduated from college, but there's just a lot of discussion on the world and how systems work.
So have you had any connections from this class to your own life?
Yes, because I'm actually a foreign language major, so this always feels really relevant to me because I'm learning about how language functions in a world while in my other classes, I'm learning languages and how to use them. So it's cool to learn a language and then also learn the role of the languages I'm learning.
And then personal life experiences, there's so much that goes into language: dialect, accent, tone, inflection, pitch of your voice. Something I've always struggled with is the pitch of my voice. I get discriminated against. People think I'm a woman on the phone, and you would not believe the sexism that I witness as a man. And also homophobia, my own background. I'm from Southwest Virginia, and I have family members who speak in a very southern accent, and we've learned a lot about this semester about accent discrimination. And a lot of people think it's like a one-way street. Like, you can only have discrimination if you're from another country, but actually our standard language ideology is really based in the Northeast and also the West Coast. So if you don't fit into that, people automatically think you're stupid, or they think one thing or the other about you just based on something that you really had no control over, and it was just a way that you were raised, which is your accent and your dialect.
Final question is, would you recommend this course to other students? Why?
I would recommend this course to other students at George Mason just because I feel like it gives you a very holistic understanding of language and the way in which discourse is used not only here in America but around the world to influence others and change society at large.
I would recommend this class to other students because it's a different point of view. You're able to discuss with your peers and just talk about interesting things that will impact you and is already impacting you.
I would 150% recommend Honors 130 with Professor Habib to other students. I think this has been my favorite honors class I've ever taken. It just really seems like it synthesizes everything that Honors College stands for in a way that is very neutral and sane. Like, you don't feel like you're being indoctrinated, and I feel like people feel very respected, and it's a very outside view on the world, which I really appreciate. It doesn't take a left stance or a right stance on issues, which I think is a really great way to look at the world.